G'day and welcome to lesson 30 of A Course in Miracles. It's a bit windy, so I hope the microphone's working okay. Using the white edition again, which you can get on Amazon, Book A and Book B. Book A is the text and Book B is the workbook. And if you're wondering what the white edition's about, all the differences are in Book A. So in the text, all the input that was put into it originally by man has been taken out, and there is only the pure message that was channeled through Helen Schuckman and edited by Bill Thetford as per the directions, instructions and guidance of Jesus in the original notes of A Course in Miracles. So lesson 30 is God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. All right. Love these lessons. They're finally a bit out of the intensity for a second of the ones where you search your mind for troubling thoughts, and these ones are more of a reassuring nature and give you something to look forward to later on when you really start to get a grip of the concepts and principles that you're going to be putting into practice and application in your daily life from this point forward. And if that hasn't dawned on you yet, and it's funny because people think, oh, it only goes for a year, I can do a course for a year. And then what you don't realise, of course, is that year is resetting your compass, right? Your mental compass for a direction that you're going to be embarking upon for the rest of your life, for the rest of your time on earth. Which is really, when you can see that as a gift, it's really a joyous thing. So lesson 30, God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. And I'll just get into it. It's only a little one today. The idea for today is the springboard for vision, right? Looking with these eyes, using this brain for judgment, has nothing to do with vision. The idea for today is the springboard for vision. And I should say holy vision, but, it's vision. From this idea will the world open up before you, and you will look upon it and see in it what you have never seen before. Nor will what you saw before be even faintly visible to you. That's pretty amazing. I'll read that little bit again. The idea for today is the springboard for vision. From this idea, which is God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. From this idea will the world open up before you, and you will look upon it and see in it what you have never seen before. Nor will what you saw before be even faintly visible to you. Today we are trying to use the new kind of projection. We are not attempting to get rid of what we do not like by seeing it outside. Instead, we are trying to see in the world what is in our minds and what we want to recognize is there. Thus, we are trying to join with what we see rather than keeping it apart from us. That is the fundamental difference between vision and the way you see. Today's ideas should be applied as often as possible throughout the day. Whenever you have a moment or so, repeat it to yourself slowly, looking about you and trying to realize that the idea applies to everything you do see now or could see now if it were within the range of your sight. Real vision is not limited to concepts such as near and far. To help you begin to get used to this idea, try to think of things beyond your present range as well as those you can actually see as you apply today's idea. Real vision is not only unlimited by space and distance, but it does not depend on the body's eyes at all. The mind is its only source. To aid in helping you to become more accustomed to this idea as well, devote several practice periods to applying today's idea with your eyes closed, using whatever subjects come to mind and looking within rather than without. Today's idea applies equally to both. And by now you should be familiar with the application of the lessons, how to actually apply them to your thoughts, searching for your thoughts and examining without any kind of specificity, just letting your gaze go to whatever, one thing to another, without any sense of one thing being more important than another. And That's because everything that you think and everything that you see has nothing to do with true vision, right? True vision is of a divine and Christ-like nature, and it reveals the world to you as it truly is. And I love that lesson the other day about using the table, and my friend Adrian, I think it was, Adrian and Terry, g'day, you're probably not watching these, but if it gets back to you, I think it was Adrian that told me that he applied that lesson many years ago, and all of a sudden the chair just erupted into light. Just the timber and everything just vanished, and there was just a light, a chair made of light. And it's incredible, because even that, even the vision that we have in association with one particular thing, whilst it is a representation of the whole, when you have the whole vision, where nothing you see is familiar to you, or nothing that you see now is the way that, however he put it in that lesson, it's just mind-blowingly incredible. You'll never be fooled by the world again. You'll never feel that you're a victim of anything again. The idea that what I see in my mind is symbolically represented out there really brings to the table the idea that my mind is a co-creative factor that can convince me of anything. I'm convinced that I'm seeing a book, and it seems very real to me and everything. But am I really seeing it? Am I really touching it? Or is it just atoms and molecules that my mind is arranging in a way wherein I tell myself this is a book, because we have this common consensus that the physical nature of things is our reality, and the things that we can't see are possibly unreal. So, and it goes deeper than that, but learning to reverse that way of perceiving things. God is in the book, God is not the book. And there's a beautiful movie, I Heart Huckabees, or I Love Huckabees. If you haven't seen it, Dustin Hoffman does an awesome job of trying to describe that and explain that to the fellow that he's teaching or counselling by using a white blanket, I think, and the blanket represents God, and then the individual shapes he pokes up through the blanket that look like a dog or a building or whatever. It's still God, but we look at it and we go, oh, that looks like this and that looks like that. But it's it's still a blanket. If you haven't seen it, watch that movie. It is so awesome. I think it's Mimi Driver and Dustin Hoffman, I think. So anyway, that's it for today. And just a little update too while we're at it. The website, the Thetford Foundation website, is ready for uploading information to. I'm going for a lesson on how to do that at our web builders place on this Monday, and I'll start to load information in there. Now, if there's anything anybody wants to see or have or thinks should be included in the website, we've already got a Course in Miracles directory where you'll be able to type in your own particulars if you're making available yourself, if you're holding course groups in your house around the world or wherever you are, on a weekly, monthly, whatever, you can, like a little directory, and if people are traveling around, they'll be, I can go to a course meeting here and there. So that's already in there. That was in the old web directory. The difference between this one is it's going to be interactive and self-maintaining, so you'll be able to change it and do whatever you want. You won't have to write to the web designer and go, can you please change my details? It'll be your thing to do. We're going to have a three-level kind of interactive section there, where if you're feeling down or feeling lost or feeling whatever, you can go in and you can go, it'll say, I'm not feeling too good today. I'm feeling okay, but, and then I'm feeling awesome. And you may wonder why I'm feeling awesome is included with the I'm feeling bad. Because remember, the goal of this course is inner peace, where we're not awesome and we're not shit, we're just peaceful. All right, so the yin and the yang, bring it together into the middle. All right, so, and then there's going to be a bunch of other stuff as well, just about a little bit about the Thetford Foundation. There's going to be an incredible interview between Chris and I. Chris was the founder of the foundation 20 odd years ago, and he and I had a bit of a chinwag when he came to visit recently, and that'll be on there, and a bunch of other things. But there'll be free downloads of the white edition. You'll be able to download it as a PDF file for free. I'm trying to get it into a Kindle. It's already available, obviously, in the soft cover here that you can get from Amazon. There'll be a availability for the sparkly edition of the course, the free PDF download, and that will also be in Kindle. That's what I said before, wasn't it? In Kindle and everything else like that. And very soon the sparkly edition will also be available in a soft cover like this. It'll be 2 books again, no doubt. And with the things, when they go on Amazon, don't buy it straight away, because they always put the price up to start with. And like this one, each of these is Part A and Part B. They were $35 for each part. Now they're down to $20 for each part in less than about 4 months. So you're paying $40 for the 2 books, and it will come down even more again as time goes on. So if you already have a copy of A Course in Miracles anyway, though, you don't need this. It's all in there. The only reason that this white one was produced was because I was instructed to do so, and I've done it, and that's all I have to say about that. All right, I love you, and take it easy, and we'll see you tomorrow for lesson 31. Thanks for joining along, and thank you so much to those people who are writing in saying that they're enjoying these lessons and enjoying following along and everything. That's really cool, really encouraging to know that there are people that this is being helpful to, and it's just really nice. It's nice to know that we're all joined together in a single purpose, and that we're doing this, and that something real is happening in our lives, and we can share it. We can share something true. That's what I really enjoy about this healing process. All right, I love you. Catch you tomorrow.